Papa Meat channel? How you doing? How you doing? Today we are looking through the lens of the Ring doorbell camera. The Ring doorbell camera has introduced a whole new facet of fear into my life. The idea of somebody walking up to your front door while you're not awake, while somebody's just creeping around your house, and just the weird things that these devices pick up is nothing short of extraordinary. And today we're going to be diving into some of them. So let's get to it. Today's video is sponsored by Factor, healthy eating made easy. Factor provides fresh, chef-crafted meals delivered to your door and ready to eat within minutes. No prep, no mess, just good food when you need it. Are you trying to cut back on takeout? Or maybe work's been crazy lately and you need some help? Well, good news! Factor has got you covered. With Factor's more than 34 weekly options, there's plenty to choose from. And guess what? These meals have been approved by dietitians, plus they've been given the Papa Meat's kiss of approval, meaning they're tasty and good for you. This week on the menu, I've got my eye on the buffalo chicken breast and creamy Parmesan chicken. Ooh. I love using the Factor meals for dinner when I'm cramming for a deadline and I don't want to think about cooking. The best part is that it's flexible. When I need to order more, it just shows up right away. If I need to skip a week, I can do that, no problem. Don't overcomplicate things, just get Factor now. Head to Factor75.com or click the link below and use Papa Meat 50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. That's Factor75.com with code Papa Meat 50 to get 50% off your first box. Thank you for Factor for sponsoring the video, and back to the video. First one I got here is Pizza Man Stops Criminal. Oh my God. Oh. Wow.
Oh, wow. That's a high-speed chase. That's a high-speed chase.
Wow. You better not hit my car, dude, for real. That's a 2007 Nissan Altima, dude, all right? You didn't realize what the Kelly Blue Book value is on that.
Oh, my God, Jagger. Oh, my God, Jagger. There's a high-speed chase.
Calm down, Jesus Christ.
No.
Yeah! Oh, holy shit! The fucking delivery driver came in clutch. Dude's driving a fucking Kia Soul through the fucking neighborhood. I love this woman's freak out. This woman absolutely freaks out over a man in the street. There's like 3 cop cars in the street, and she's just like, oh my God! Oh my God! I think she said there's a high-speed chaser, but she's freaking out so much. It'd be funny if she tried to run out and like grab the pizza. Give me this. Come on, get it. See, this is more of the wholesome stuff I like. This is definitely the more wholesome approach to the Ring doorbell camera. This is catching beautiful moments that we would have never caught before. What is this one? What the hell is this? My mate. All right, so my mate sent me his Ring doorbell. I'm not gonna do that. My mate sent me his Ring doorbell footage from his Ring doorbell. This is the second time this has happened, and he has no idea who it is. This is the second time it's happened. Oh, I don't like that. Look at the beginning frame. Looks like the evil dude, the evil young kid from Resident Evil 4. Doesn't it look like that? This is so haunting. One of the 7 dwarves comes up and just rings your doorbell camera, lays down, has an existential crisis, and starts fucking bawling, dude. This is the second time it's happened. I mean, even just the idea of someone laying down on my front porch crying softly, that's fucking me up. I'm not gonna lie. That's uh-oh. Adjusting the hat backwards.
I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
Oh, I don't like that. No man with a gray white beater, arm tats, and a backward fucking hat is that rational and calm. They're never in that energy. This is like some Mandela catalog shit. You know what I mean? Some fucking imposter kind of stuff. Or not imposter. That's what am I thinking? Alternates?
Are you sure?
Is there someone on the other side of the door? I wonder if is he like practicing? What the fuck is this?
Are you sure? Are you positive?
I'm gonna let you know right now. The "Are you sure" is much better than the "Are you positive." If someone's like, "Are you positive?" I'd be like, "Robot!" and I'd run off.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you absolutely certain?
See, that's the creepiest thing to me too, is like people, the idea of somebody like trying to open my door that's locked. It's so fucking haunting. I've wanted to make a horror film all from the perspective of Ring doorbell cameras in like a neighborhood. I think it'd be so sick. Don't know how to do it, but you know.
Who are you?
Hey, I just had a couple questions.
Why would they just now talk? The guy is now walking away with his fucking Walgreens bag, and now you want to bring him back in? Come on, dude.
What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm going to rape her.
What? Well,
I want to rape her and kill her because I have a knife and a gun.
that makes me so fucking, makes my stomach turn. Seems like a nice guy. He has to be on some kind of fucking drug. That is, I mean, he's a crackhead. Imagine being at work and that's what that got too dark for me. Drunk hillbilly tripping and knocking himself out on ring in front of his girlfriend. All right, now we're back in the speed. This is all right. That dumb son of a bitch.
Get up.
What the fuck kind of fucking what hazard light does she have on?
Come on,
She sits down. Come on, dude, for real? Oh yeah, I mean he busted his head right on that flower. Like how she's like, come on, seriously. He always does this. Oh! Oh! There's nothing really I like more in this world than somebody not getting the air knocked out of them. The sounds people make when they get the air knocked out of them is just like Fuck. That was a tumble. Did he just fucking nosedive down a fucking flight of steps? Oh! What did he do? Why would you do that? Maybe he was skateboarding? I can't fucking tell. Amazon delivery driver took a dive. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's fucking creepy. I'd go outside and I would rock that person right in the side of their fucking temple, dude. Ah, her titty's out! You can't show that. Her fucking tits are out, dude. Come on. God damn it. A little bit of a rave, huh? She gonna steal the bird feeder? It's a nice bird feeder. Leave it alone. This bitch is tweaking on something, though. Good God. Stop pulling out your tits. What are you doing? Like, she's moving around like a fucking like Tim Burton character or something. She like moves around like so weird. Did she come back? No, here she comes. Oh, it's so creepy. It's a nice fucking bike she got there. She completely missed out on the bike. She took, what a fucking idiot. She took the fucking bird feeder. She had 2 good bikes right here. 3 good bikes. What is that sound she's making? That alien sound is fucked. We can't show the majority of that because they're fucking kind of like looks like whenever like a potato spoils and it kind of becomes deflated. That's what her tits look like. I didn't like that.
Do you have the key?
Why would I have the key?
Do you not live here?
No.
What? What the fuck are we doing here?
I don't know.
Dude, leave her there.
Is this in your place?
No.
What? Where do you live?
Where do you live? Why would you take him there, though? I love that.
Shiver, where's the video I sent you? Why are you not watching the video I sent you? Shiver. 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 Landlady, you will say words. You look like I caught someone in there taking a cookie from the cookie jar. I'm like, oh shit. Father, so after this guy, I will watch them. Okay. Okay. I'm watching you, landlady. You tell me. Oh shit. Shit. I have tabs on open. Okay.
Realization. Wait, you don't live here? No. Why would I live here?
Do you not live here?
No.
What?
What? Imagine the guy like who lives there opening the door and being like, are you trying to break into my fucking house? At the same time, I gotta respect the energy from the girl about being like, just any address off the top of her head and just being like, yeah, I live there. And then as soon as you get there, yeah, I don't live here. The guy is just so fucking flabbergasted the whole time.
A California family noticed something very, very strange on their security camera. They say a man spent 3 hours,
Oh.
yes, 3 hours licking their doorbell.
Oh, God.
The home
3 hours? There's no way.
Technically, he didn't do harm anybody. He didn't break
1, 2, 3.
anything.
Didn't harm anything. If a dude sat there and he licked your doorbell for 3 hours, I mean, I don't believe the 3 hours. For a full Lord of the Rings movie, the man sat there and licked the doorbell. What if he walked up and he was just like, this is a demonstration demonstration. And he started licking the deal like that. That'd take it to a whole nother level. At the same time, the homeowners are
Well,
pretty
okay,
fucking chill
that's
about it.
good.
Well, I mean, he didn't even
Stay
commit a
alive.
crime, so it's like, we'll print out his picture because he's a weirdo, but it's not like he hurt anybody. Look at this guy. He doesn't have a fucking thought going on in his mind. He's probably like, I wish he would have licked something for me. I wish that young man would have licked something for me. They're very chill about this. This is what old people like this, they don't give a shit. They're just like, yeah, I mean, come on, he's not hurting
I'm on
anybody.
his desk door.
Jesus. Why the fuck do they even have a Ring doorbell camera if they don't give a fuck what's happening outside of their door? I just don't want my Amazon packages getting stolen. What the fuck was he doing there? Is he trying to break it? What the fuck is this alleyway? What is this? He's very, very upset about this Ring doorbell camera or these surveillance cameras. Hit with a hammer?
Hide your Ring camera.
Hide your Ring camera. Bro's got a Ring doorbell camera to his backyard and he sees a fucking bear. This bear could kill you so quickly, but look how cute he is. Come on now. You can get in there and get some chickens.
Bullshit.
Hello, chickens. I miss you. That's a big old man. That's a big boy. Oh, shit. Okay, he's getting in there. He's not fucking around anymore. Run, chickens, run! Oh. What was that? Oh, it's a chicken.
That was a hornet.
Okay, well, still. Oh my God. Oh, bro, don't try to run. Bro, no! Oh, this is fucking awesome. This is so sick. Look at him carrying that dog. The dog has legs. He can walk. There's so much going on. The guy running outside, I wonder what the guy was doing. If he was like, maybe trying to help them, and he's like, oh, fuck, he's a criminal. He went back inside. I gotta watch this one again. How does he flip the car? Oh, too deep of a turn. Fuck, man. Damn. That fucking sound. Holy shit. He has him on the leash here. He's running, and all of a sudden, he like grabs him. He's like, come here, cinnamon, come here. All right, let's go get him. Here we go. Why is he? I mean, I know that it's to hold the dog back because it's a strong dog, but it just looks fucking ridiculous.
Hi, do you want us to show your driveway for $20? Yes, we do.
Kid's not gonna fucking do it.
$10 each. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Oh, people rich. They'll pay us like how much? A whole lot of money. Okay. Our paper bags, all our money that we carrying up. We're rich.
I love these kids.
You should just keep saving until you are like 16, then you buy a car. Well, you need to buy a really short car though, because you're really short. Why am I either short and don't move to like
These fucking kids. This is wholesome as shit.
You know, it's doing a really good job, but they pay us for it.
Look at that! Oh my God, that just makes me feel so good. I remember when I had $11 when I was a child one time, saved up for like a year and a half when I was like 6, and I remember being like, "All right, if mom and dad ever need help with something, I'll be sure to I'll slip them a couple of dollars here and there." Thank God we had the fucking weird russet potato tit lady stealing birdhouses, and now we have this. This is that. I like that. The snow, bro. The snow. This bro is slipping for sure. Oh. It's never fun. There's so many videos online of people like, you can tell this is like them getting ready to go to work and they fucking slip and fall down. You're like, that's just, you know, that just ruins your whole fucking week. And that was probably on a Monday. You know what I mean? Oh, God.
Ouch.
I love people's reactions of like, there's just something so funny about like people's general reaction when they get hit or they fall down. They're just like, ah, fuck. It's just like such a visceral reaction. What the fuck did he even trip on? I think he just tripped on the fucking leg of the chair. Ah, fuck!
Get your keys. Get your keys. Get your keys. You got a piece of cutter.
What the fuck is going on? So much shit just happened in such a short amount of time. This is 12 seconds long, but it felt like 30 minutes.
You got a piece of cutter.
That dumb piece of shit. Oh God. So it's technically Vivint, but I feel like it belongs here. I worked for Vivint Solar. It's a fucking terrible company. Don't go with them. Just saying. What the fuck is this? What is that? What the fuck is this? Oh my God, it's a fucking snake. I fucking hate snakes. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. That snake is crawling into their house through their fucking Ring doorbell camera. I'm like trying to catch my fucking breath. Oh God, that shit tapped me out. I'm done. I'm done after that one. Okay, well, the Ring doorbell camera truly is a wonderful peek into the realm of just right outside your door. There was at least a lot of wholesome Ring doorbell videos in this one. Usually it's just people being fucking freaks. So maybe in the future we'll try to dive more into the darker side of Ring doorbell. But until then, I'll catch you later. God. That fucking last one fucked me up. Oh my God. I seriously can't do any like snake stuff. That's
I want you to watch the one have the creepy person sitting next to the blonde hair one. Watch that first and go up. Next, the second gonna be the doll. The other one, not watch that because it's about damn as long and they will not stop talking. Oh dear.
Papa Meat Channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on in and sit on down. Today we're talking about amusement parks because spring's right around the corner and it's the perfect time for amusement parks to open back up. The weather's going to be really nice. You get to go on all your favorite rides. But the tragic thing about amusement parks is that death lurks around every corner, which is why I have my document. God damn it, I forgot my document. Okay, 1 second. Winslow, wake up. Winslow. Come on, buddy, wake up.
What in the hell?
Buddy, you're having a nightmare. Hey.
Oh, Hunter! Oh, thank God!
What in the hell?
I was having the worst.
Don't take drugs.
Okay.
It was awful.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. So, I'm actually doing a video right
Oh
now.
no, who do this?
Yeah, and you still haven't sent me the information on
Who
it.
make this?
So,
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Not the video itself. Who make this?
I didn't know what day
Who
it
made the
was.
puppet?
We can film it down here if you want.
no, I don't. I'm recording it upstairs on my other computer in my room. So,
Oh. Okay. I guess I'll.
Wait, is that a
Just
belly
email
button
it
on
to
the
you.
tower?
here, do you need help? You want me to hit your keys or anything? Here, let me type
No,
it up.
no, stop.
So if
No,
I could try to-
stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh. Oh. All right. I don't need you to touch me.
I hate when
The
you
way
say-
you say it, I don't need to touch.
So you're-
Oh. I sent you the email, so get out of here.
All right, thanks, Winslow.
Get out of here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Oh,
How you-
okay. Sorry about that. So, from 1990 to 2004, there was an average of 3.7 amusement park deaths annually. How do you get the decimal point there?
It's an
What
average.
just happened?
It's an average.
Is that about little people?
He's
little
just
people,
creating,
people
like, a
that
short
have lost limbs.
comedy
This is
clip.
down from 4.5 previously and may have a lot to do with the fact that more stringent laws were put into place. Things were a lot dicey back in the day, and all of us millennial babies and on have actually had a relatively safe amusement park experience.
Wait,
At least
Is
so we
that
thought.
Slappy from
Despite these deaths occurring in the same
Goosebumps
place,
behind
the
him?
deaths are usually related to guests refusing to follow safety protocols, but even still, measures have to be put in place to prevent guests from breaking safety procedures. We're talking about basic fencing, guardrails, time gates, belt buckles, all this kind of stuff really wasn't around totally, which I think we overlook today. It's an annoyance. It's a thing that stops us from having fun. Our monkey brains need to just calm down because we are in peril at all times. Follow the rules is what they say. Oftentimes, it's a guest health issue that causes the problem, as roller coasters are known to cause blood pressure to spike, which can injure or weaken already stressed arteries and valves, resulting in aneurysms, heart attacks, and bleeds. AKA, my fat ass is going up on a roller coaster. I might not be coming back down. Gross negligence on the park's behalf can account for many injuries, whether from fault in structure, design, maintenance, or even operator error. Sometimes, even nature gets in the way. It's a slippery slope in these big amusement parks meant to be fun with machines that propel you at speeds that you would have never gone before. At times, there's going to be human error, but sometimes I think God looks down even and he says, no. You come back to me. And according to the National Safety Council, more than 1,400 ride-related injuries occur every year. And according to the Global Association for Attractions Industry, the IAAPA, 53% of all injuries occur on family/adult rides, while roller coasters only account for 36%, while the rest are children rides. I think that a lot of these places like Disney, they're meant for children, but they're coming for children. The death is coming for those that are young. With the economy failing and parks having to refinance everything, amusement parks are cutting corners left and right to get people in without having to do all the maintenance and stuff. Yeah, they might throw a little paint on something to make it look new, but goddamn if that thing isn't holding on for dear life. And the end result is always whether or not your safety is profitable. It's one of the more recent events from the Orlando Freefall Drop Tower, which is the world's tallest freestanding drop tower, standing at 400 feet tall. The 14-year-old boy fell from the ride after not having his harness properly secured, and bystanders recorded the incident. The weight limit was 287 pounds, and the child was 6 foot and weighed 383 pounds. The ride operator had only been working for 3 days at the time of the incident, and the forensic analysis teams investigated the ride and found out that someone had tampered with the harness, and thus the safety sensors did not trigger a warning. I'm a big old boy. Going into this video, I feel personally connected to every morbidly obese child and man or woman out there, because my fat ass trying to get onto Disney rides was difficult. If you're a big old boy and you got some cake, rides aren't worth it. You know what you should have done? Eat a churro. Disney churro is pretty good. Or you can go through the Disney Star Wars experience where you can be really fat and no one cares because you're just walking around a little bit. Or the seats are like that of like a buffet bench, so it's perfect for me. But my fat ass trying to squeeze onto Space Mountain, are you kidding me? For these big old, like for people that were built in the 1960s, are you kidding me? Yeah, right. To that 14-year-old 6-foot monster of a man, that absolute unit. Godspeed, kid. Godspeed. Without further ado, we're going to get into some of the nation's funnest rides that killed people. So let's get into it. First off, we have Ride of Steel in Darien, New York, Six Flags. I can't remember the last time I went to a Six Flags. I'll tell you, the only thing we had in Kansas City was Worlds of Fun. Not on this list, but there is another little Kansas attraction here. That was horrible. It actually really tore the community up. But we're going to be talking about it here in a bit. Anyways, Ride of Steel in Darien, New York, Six Flags. In 2011, a 29-year-old Army veteran was violently launched out of the ride after he raised his arms to try to hold on to his loose hat. It'd be really funny if his hat said "No fat chicks." No! He was a double amputee and was riding in the front row of the roller coaster. What? What? I thought that if you didn't have legs, you couldn't. There's no way.
That they eventually said, no, we probably shouldn't have done that.
There's got to be something down there. He fell 150 feet, resulting in his death. Because of his lack of legs, it was determined later that he should not have been allowed on the ride since there wasn't anything to secure the lap belt per the safety regulations. I'm laughing and I'm smiling, but it's not because of the no legs thing. I just am a horrible person, and I'm very sorry. The ride was shut down for 2 weeks following the incident. This is not the first time. A lot of these rides that you probably have been on in your life, someone has probably died on it. Like at some given point, maybe someone didn't fling out because they had no legs and they were shot into the air like a goddamn rock from a slingshot. I mean, people have died on a lot of rides and they just shut it down for like a week or two. And they're like, okay. Or they'll paint it and rename it or something. It's unbelievable. And the weird thing about that too is like, it's the uncanny thing of like, if you were buying a house and you knew that someone died on it, would you want to buy the house?
How cheap is it?
what kind of person are you? Next up is Disneyland. That's a big, thick bit. I have a lot of complaints about Disneyland, and especially the ride that we're talking about now, the Matterhorn. I rode the Matterhorn 30 or 45 minutes before the park was getting ready to close, and that ended my night. After I went on the Matterhorn, I was done. So Disney, which is supposed to be the happiest place on earth, would you be surprised if since it's been open, 26 people have died there? Which honestly I thought was going to be much more. Really, the numbers for how long they've been open, that's probably not that bad of a rate of people and the amount of people that come in, but still 26 people died in there. Come on, Mickey. Come on, let's half that up. 13. It's nice to help with 13. And in 1984, a 48-year-old woman was tossed from her bobsled car and was hit by another bobsled car on a track, immediately decapitating her. If you've ever been on the Matterhorn, I mean, it feels like a fight to survive anyways. And for a woman to be flung once more at this rapid speed and have her head immediately cut off, I wish I would have died a different way. If I was going to die on the Matterhorn, I feel like, I don't know which way it is. Maybe the giant Yeti animatronic falls on you, or it's like, you know what I mean?
I was going to say, what if it like ripped you out of the seat? Is
it a real Sasquatch? Okay, I'm trying to think that it's a robot, Nick. And upon investigation, it was determined that her seatbelt was not properly fastened, whether it came loose during the ride or if the passenger willingly unbuckled it on its own. I'm pretty sure my seatbelt was not totally fastened. I think I was so suctioned in from being so fat, nothing could have got me out of that. Remember me even trying to get out of it? Took for a long time. Next up, Action Park, New Jersey, which everybody's heard about this. There was the Johnny Knoxville movie that was made. It's one of those things, it's like from the 70s and 80s where people didn't give it safety regulations and they had a lot of stuff. But we're just going to hone in on one. In 1982, a man got caught on the Kayak Experience ride, promising a simulation of what it's like to go river rafting. At one point during the ride, his kayak tipped over, and when he got in the water to tip it back over, he stepped on a metal grate that was too close to live wiring that powered the underwater fans, causing the waves. He was electrocuted and went into cardiac arrest, dying shortly after. The park claimed the man wasn't electrocuted because he didn't suffer any burns, even though the coroner claimed underwater electrocutions really cause burns. This begs the question because so far we've just talked about people being flung from a ride due to no legs or no seatbelt. So let me ask you this so far. Would you have rather been electrocuted or would you have rather been flung from a deal?
Am I instantly killed from the electrocution?
I would say no, but just to make it fair, as in the idea that you're being flung. So like you have to at least have that mental thing of like, oh my God, right? And then you hit the ground. So you would think that you would at least have to kind of be like, ah! For like a second, and then you die. You would die about the same equal time, 4 seconds. Hey, leave a comment down below, smash that like button, and ring the bell. Be sure to subscribe. And also, would you rather be electrocuted from a live wire under a water ride, or would you rather be flung from a roller coaster? Let me know down below. Which one would you do?
I think to be dramatic, I'd be flung.
You kind of know what it feels like to fly for a little bit. Next up is Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure in Universal Orlando. First off, redo the fucking name. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Why not just Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure? Why magical creatures? We get it. We're in Harry Potter world. This happened in 2019, and the cause of death results from bees. Not the bees! For over a month from September into October, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure was plagued by a nest of honeybees. Since in Florida, honeybees are an endangered species, they could do little to remove it. Despite paying to have them removed, the bees continued to return. The ride had to be closed for several days, and despite relocating, had to be closed again.
I don't think anyone dies here.
What? Okay, what part of my research here, which I'm going to slap the out of my computer, Winslow, because no one dies here. Winslow, nobody died. People just got stung. Well, what if somebody was allergic and they got stung? That'd probably be reported, though.
That's what I was hoping for.
You were hoping for that.
I was hoping someone went to anaphylactic shock and lived, of course.
You're horrible. You're a horrible, horrible man. Next up, Holiday Land in Santa Claus, Indiana. Which, what a terrible name, dude. Every month that it is in December, you must, what a fucking embarrassing name. What's the local team? Are they the Santa Claus? The Jolly Red Men?
The reindeers.
Are they actually the reindeers? Probably. You're probably right. In Holiday Land, we're talking about the ride, The Raven, which is an enormous swaying wooden roller coaster. The Raven was designed by Custom Coasters International in 1995, and the company, as is, no longer exists as of 2002. That feels suspicious. If this thing happened in 2003 and the company went out of business in 2002, what did they do to this ride to cause this event? A year before the incident, voted #1 roller coaster in 2001, its path was designed to mimic the flight pattern of a raven, and it's themed around Edgar Allan Poe's poem, which everyone's heard that stupid ass poem, Quoth the Raven.
nevermore.
The first death on the ride, a guy named Tamar, was sitting in the last car on the coaster and was seen standing as the ride progressed. The Raven, as it is a wooden constructed coaster with nails sticking out of every which way and sagging boards as far as the eye can see. When the car returned, Tamar, the victim, was no longer in her seat and the seatbelt had been unbuckled. This ride has no loops or extreme curves. It does, however, feature an 80-foot drop that gives the sensation of being likely to be thrown from the train. According to her fiance, something was very wrong with the ride and she panicked. Why would you panic? So your first thing to do is while the ride is going, you unbuckle your seatbelt. I'm free! At the fifth and final drop, she was thrown from her seat. Spokespersons for the park cited that the ride was functioning as intended. And the Indiana Fire Marshal declared there to be nothing wrong with the ride, mechanical or otherwise. All restraints were functioning properly. I mean, come on, yeah, no shit. You like freaked out and took. I mean, listen, I have panic attacks too, where I'm like, and I get up and I have to go. But I would feel like at that point, you close your eyes, you just breathe, you do like the. Because I mean, how long would the ride be? A minute? I mean, 2 minutes max. 2 minutes max.
Some people panic, dude.
I fucking panic too. I'm sympathetic, but at the same time, just like, really, dude? Especially you've gone through 4 drops and you can't just do the last one. In 2005, the family sued the park and the manufacturer of the train of the coaster, the actual train carts. They settled for an undisclosed amount out of court. Conversations with workers and interviews with EcoTaste, the executive committee of the American Coaster Enthusiasts. Who the actually made that?
Coaster enthusiasts, man.
What I'm saying is, like, it's not even a business. It's just them being like, oh, I love coasters. Love them. I love coasters. Well, they say that the lap bar had been broken for some time and was being rigged together with an old lanyard. Despite the public claim that Tamar had been standing up, the official announcement was that Tamar had done nothing to risk her life, but later on, the statement changed, accusing her of being careless. Tamar, who weighed under 100 pounds at the time, may have been too small for the bar to work effectively. A couple things after that. That's very sad. Gain some weight. Only let the fatties go on the roller coasters is what I gotta say. Who's at fault here?
I think Tamar.
You think Tamar had a panic attack? I think the Raven didn't do its job, dude. Especially it was held with a lanyard. What the fuck? Anyways, Voyage Coasters, June of 2003. The Voyage, a metal-structured coaster with wooden tracks, voted 2013 top wooden roller coaster in the nation. Oh, it's a wooden roller coaster. There's one in Kansas City at Worlds of Fun called the Timberwolf. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Whiplash. I mean, I think that people have gotten legitimate whiplash on that ride.
Oh, yeah, she's rough.
It's a 1.2 mile long track with 90-degree banking and hard turns with over 24 seconds total of weightless fall time. It opened in 2006, developed by the Gravity Group. God, get over yourself. The fucking roller coaster company. What do you want to call it? The Gravity Group. The remaining front of the custom coasters that designed the Raven, themed after the Mayflower. As the structure began to sag and the ride became too rough for most passengers, so they got new train cars to soften the experience. This resulted in the cars being traded between coasters and cars tested, but eventually never kept. And in June of 2021, a passenger was found unconscious after the ride. Coroner declares that cause of death to be internal bleeding from tear in the thoracic artery. Dawn, who was from Ohio, was perfectly fine when she mounted the ride. Extreme drops and jarring banks of the ride were said to have caused the tear in artery and resulting to the drops to allow her to bleed internally. Holy, yeah, just like going left and right and all of a sudden you tear a literal artery in your body just from violent movements. As with the Raven event, all inspections performed and no safety violations or flaws in the procedure or structure were found. I just don't believe it. If they're comparing it to the Raven, where the f*** is EcoTaste?
They found no foul play.
They found no foul play. I think Big Coasters is keeping us out, dude. I want to talk to the guy who drinks his whiskey glass in the towers of these amusement parks. And he devises these plans to shut the families up. Next up, we have the one that, oh, baby, this is in my neck of the woods. Schlitterbahn in Kansas City, Kansas. And this was on a thing called the Verrückt Water Slide. Let me tell you something. This is just me talking to you because I know this one very personally. The only other water park we had in Kansas City was connected to Worlds of Fun, the amusement park I said, and it was called Oceans of Fun. This is a legitimate memory I have. You have like one of the lazy rivers of all time, and everybody likes a nice lazy river. I was swimming through there. I got a Band-Aid stuck in my mouth like this. And a legitimate Dippin' Dots cart fell into the lazy river, and they took it out and they just dried off the packaging and still sold the Dippin' Dots. I saw that with my eyes. And I remember I legitimately had to get an AIDS test because of the Band-Aid. That's not even joking, because there was blood on the Band-Aids. I didn't have AIDS. I don't have AIDS. I don't have HIV. I'm saying it like I do, and I don't have it. Schlitterbahn, when it opened up, it was supposed to be this big thing because it was new. You know, everyone's like, fuck Oceans of Fun, we're going to Schlitterbahn! But it all came crashing down with the Verrückt water slide. And the water slide, the Verrückt, which is German for insane, it was the world's tallest water slide in 2014. The 168-foot structure meant to open in 2013, and it didn't open until the next year due to the rafts becoming airborne. Tests with sandbags resulted in flying inflatable rafts loaded with sand hitting speeds of 70 miles per hour. And I don't know if I can find footage of this, but they showed that on the news. And let me tell you, people were like, maybe Oceans of Fun isn't that bad. In the grand scheme of it all, I wouldn't mind just going hitting the wave pool at Oceans of Fun. It was horrifying. When they say it became airbound, that they were flying. Big sandbags. I remember there was even dummies at one point flying through the air at 70 miles an hour, okay? It was open with the addition of netting stretched over an arc of metal bands made along the areas where riders were most likely to become airborne. So this is what they decided to do. So because people at a certain point kept going airborne on the slide, they covered the entire thing in a metal mesh. So then it's like, okay, well, they'll just hit the metal and then they'll go back down the slide. That was a legitimate thing that happened. Before we get into the death here, this was never opened publicly, I don't think, because if I remember correctly, this guy, when this happened, it was like they were getting ready to open, and this was all the special people in Kansas City got to come and test out the park or go there early, like investors and all that stuff. In 2016, the tragic death of a 10-year-old named Caleb, which he was the son of a Kansas legislator, shut the ride down for good. Caleb, riding at the front of the raft with 3 passengers, became airborne at one of the dangerous drops. Hitting the safety net was reported to have done great damage to his neck. It was later revealed that the impact was so severe that he was decapitated. Once again, that became something too. And that was something fucking insane. I used to know a girl when I was in high school working and stuff, and she said that she was one of the people that saw that.
Oh, she saw it?
She saw it in person. She was one of the people, like, his head rolled down the slide, and it was, like, in the pool of bloody water, and she was, like, around the area. I don't know if she's in the water. I don't want to go out that far. This is also all speculation from almost 10 years ago, so give my memory some rest here. It was later revealed that the ride had not been adequately designed or inspected. There were no restraints other than some Velcro or no curve to the half pipe that would have prevented the ride from going airborne. At the height and speed of the ride, it was recommended that a shoulder restraint be installed. A shoulder restraint. I'm guessing that, does that mean tuck it in? Oh, you mean like go like that? I don't like that. That's a claustrophobic nightmare. It is. That's like some Hellraiser. You're stuck in a tube and there's like metal netting. Your soul, you're going to die. Oh, just like flying down this deal. Later on, due to this extreme negligence, the owner and operator of the park were separately indicted and charged with involuntary manslaughter, aggravated battery, aggravated child endangerment, and negligence and interference with law enforcement. I don't think the Kansas legislator was too happy about that, I'm going to guess. The ride was demolished and the laws in place that allowed for theme parks to self-regulate and self-inspect was repealed and replaced with new legislator with more strict rules. During the investigation, it was eventually discovered that Caleb and his passengers were not the only ones hurt. Over 13 others over the course of the ride's lifetime were hurt and never appropriately documented. And the 2 designers of the ride were indicted on charges that they were not qualified, nor did they follow any protocols in designing and testing the ride. They also performed no basic safety inspection to any quality and attempted to hide evidence from investigators. I think to recoup some of the losses, they had like conventions or something in the parking lot. It was just weird, especially because the slide was so big and you're just like, oh, he got his head cut off on that. And now, especially, I'm finding out that 13 other people were hurt. But anyways, to keep it up, Terminal Velocity, Extreme World, Wisconsin. That's a fucking sick amusement park name. Extreme World? Oh, dude. I would have been busting out my britches trying to go to Extreme World every weekend. In 2010, it was a free fall experience offering a 50 mile per hour, 100-foot free fall been busting out my britches trying to go to Extreme World every weekend. In 2010, it was a free fall experience offering a 50-mile-per-hour, 100-foot free fall drop. Free fall. A 12-year-old died after a ride operator did not engage safety net before dropping a girl. Riders are treated to a free fall experience by hoisting them 140 feet in the air via a harness. The rider is released from the cable and allowed to fall into a safety net 40 feet off the ground, reaching speeds of 50 miles per hour. Ride operator was distracted and did not raise the safety net and stopped the ride too soon, pulled the lever without looking, only to realize his mistake and try to lift the net. Parents were filming as she fell and hit the ground, and she was taken to the hospital. She had 10 fractures in the spine and pelvis, another in the skull, brain swelling, liver, spleen, and intestines were lacerated. Heart stopped multiple times and was revived via CPR. She was near paralyzed and only able to communicate by blinking. She was hospitalized for months, but survived and eventually regained ability to walk. No fail-safe mechanism to prevent this injury. Ride operator was determined to be at fault for not paying attention and pled second-degree bodily injury. Park management circumvented police order to preserve the scene for an investigation, but did not adhere to this and were caught working on the ride to hide evidence. The ride itself was extremely rusted, and the family sued and won for $3.5 million. This little motherfucker went through it, dude. At the same time, I would want more than $3.5 million, if I'm being honest. Just why not a crisp 10? A crisp 10 for that deal, especially 10 fractures in spine and pelvis. That just seems like it should be 10 million, $1 million for each fracture. Why not? You know, that guy was definitely trying to he was flirting with some bitch or something like that. He's like, yeah, I mean, I get off at 8, Rebecca. Rebecca, are you coming over or not? I'm getting Panda Express on the way home. Are you coming? Oh, the net! And then it just happened. We have Paramount's Great America Amusement Park in Santa Clara. In 1999, Labor Day accident involving a trespasser who, avoiding all signs placed every 50 feet, jumped 2 fences in order to crawl underneath a low-passing roller coaster to retrieve his wife's beloved baseball cap. Oh my God. What was the team? What was the team? Renato, a 25-year-old, earned a Darwin Award beneath a Top Gun roller coaster when a passenger's leg collided with his head at speeds of 50 miles per hour. Some person just clubbed him with the leg. The unique design of the roller coaster leaves patrons with their legs dangling in the air, giving them more of a weightless, suspensory feeling. The dangling leg of Jessica Medina collided with Renato's head and simultaneously decapitated him and broke her leg in 2 places. Whoa! Her leg decapitated the guy? That bitch was drinking some milk. Sure, it broke her leg in 2 places, but to decapitate a man? Holy shit, that's awesome. While waiting for park security to clear the scene, Medina was not allowed to disembark the ride. With her obviously broken, dangling leg, she was forced to wait suspended for an additional 40 minutes before park personnel came to her aid. Holy, her leg had to look mangled too. Medina, as a result, lost her job, almost lost her leg due to infection and swelling, and now bears lifelong guilt, nightmares, and massive scars down her leg as a reminder every day. She is suing both the park and Renato's state. Renato's wife of 2 months was suing the park, seeking over $1 million in damages as the signs were only in English and he may not have been able to read them. In addition, she claimed the fence paneling was loose. If there's a giant roller coaster, maybe doggone it. I think that's a universal fucking language. I feel bad for Jessica Medina. It's not your fault. But still, how would you not feel like it's like I took a person's life. I rode this ride and my leg was the result of this person's life. It could have been anybody else's leg, but it was hers. And now she fucking is mutilated for something that wasn't even her fault. That is absolutely. Next up, with the Ferris wheel at the Jambalaya Festival in Louisiana. May 2023, riders at the Jambalaya Festival in Louisiana were left terrorized after the Ferris wheel halted. Jolted and metal creaking sounds broke the silence. These portable carnival rides that came through the area are under lax inspections, and the aging mechanism that controlled the tires that spun to control the turning of the wheel by park reports went flat, causing the wheel to spin freely. This was contradicted by patron footage as the entire structure had leaned and the ride was spinning very fast while operators desperately tried to pull people off the ride as they passed. That's not going to work. Tried to pull people off as they passed. Hold on. Grab my hand. That's how they do it at the Jambalaya Festival. Now, goddamn it, I got jalapeno and andouille sausages on my eyes. Come on, grab my hand. Some patrons jumped off the ride in a panic, and a 2-year-old was almost flung from the ride as the structure skipped the rails. There were no safety fasteners and only a bar stopping people off the side. Anytime you see one of those like state fair redneck amusement park things, I never go on those. Those are a recipe for disaster. I'm telling you, these things are absolutely Also, I remember one time I saw this carny at one of these things. I think he got arrested that night, but he was spitting at people when they went by, and it was so fast that you couldn't tell it was him. But he was just sitting there eating sunflower seeds, and he was like hucking loogies at people and just laughing. I remember, I think I was like 9. I was like, I don't think I want to come back here, Mom. Next up, we have the ghost train in Sydney, Australia. In 1979, the ghost train ride caught fire at the Luna Park, Sydney, killing 7 people. The park was unprepared when the train caught fire due to low staffing and inadequate firefighting equipment, and the fire completely destroyed the train. Originally, the fire was blamed on electrical faults, but arson was also claimed. Ooh. Someone thinks it was intentional, huh? Ironically, the train cars would enter through a door called Hell's Doorway at the start of the ride. That's unfortunate. Most of the time during the ride was spent in the dark. The ride also featured dancing skeletons, an ape monster, and a dragon's head. And the ride also featured a fake fireplace, which, according to witness, is where the actual fire took place. The irony of this ride is haunting. The fire broke out at 10:15 p.m. on the ride, and 35 people were on board. Staff raised the alarm and started to pull people from the ride, and the park's fire hose had a low water pressure and could only cover part of the ride as it sprayed, so it took an hour to get the fire under control. Originally, the staff thought everyone had escaped the fire, but the bodies of 7 people were soon found inside. The bodies revealed a man and his 2 children and 4 students from the Waverly College. That is horrible. The low water pressure thing is pretty insane. There must be like an immediate realization when you turn it on, you're just like, this is not what we had planned. The euthanasia coaster. The euthanasia coaster is a hypothetical roller coaster that is designed to kill you. Yes, you heard that right. A person made a roller coaster that was designed to be the funnest way to die. Which honestly, when he says it like that, you're like, that rules. Actually, that would be sweet. Would I rather be lethal injection? Hell no, dude. The ride plummets down a 1,640-foot near vertical drop before it enters in a series of loops that gets progressively tighter and tighter. The riders would sustain 10 G-forces for a full minute. Everybody looks like those pilots in those like training things where they're like their faces all sunken in. This would cause your blood rush to your arms and legs, which would starve your brain of oxygen. Shortly after falling unconscious, the brain would quickly follow into death. The designer of the ride, Juliano Urbanos, stated the goal of the concept was to take lives with elegance and euphoria. Juliano Urbanos I feel like he is the only roller coaster designer to ever actually tell the truth of like, it's not necessarily about the fun, it's about putting people in a near-death experience, except he was just like, the near-death, I want to kill you. You almost think he's like in an all-black suit, and he's like, with elegance and euphoria, ride my ride. What would he call the ride?
The Death Spiral.
Death Spiral works. There's that. I'm trying to think of something like in Kansas City, the big roller coaster is called the Mamba.
What about the Scrambler?
Scrambler's good. I like the Scramble. The Tasmanian Devil. Because he spins. What about that, dude? Dude, that'd be some sick merch too. Some of those like 90s airbrush Tasmanian Devil things. And it's him, and it's like his eyes are all like, and there's like Tweety birds around his head. And last but not least is the Human Trebuchet in Middlemore Water Park, England. This water park had a trebuchet in the grass where customers could pay roughly $70 to be launched into the air and land into a safety net. I'm going to go ahead and assume that did not happen accurately. Riders soared through the air at 60 miles an hour and traveled a distance of 75 feet. The safety net they were supposed to land on was rather thin and also not very wide. It was about the size of a tennis court. That feels so small. For a human body to be flung that far?
I'm back.
That's not safe. Duh. Many onlookers noted how many riders barely made it onto the net.
Same video or no?
A woman named Stella Young landed in the net, bounced up, and fell to
yes.
pelvis. The ride continued on despite this, and 2 years later, a 19-year-old Oxford student, Dino Yankoff, missed the net by a few inches and hit the edge. He broke his legs and his spine upon impact and died later in the hospital. The paramedic that attended to Yankoff said the damage done was quote-unquote horrific, and that Yankoff knew that his chances of survival were grim, yelling, "I am going to die!" to Picard, the paramedic. That is horrible. You know, it kind of reminds me of a little bit is whenever that guy, the skiing accident, when he jumps on that ski and he hits his shins on the ski slope, which is like pretty much raw ice. And as he's sliding down, he's like, "My ankles are broken!
My ankles are broken!"
And the guy's like, "He has broken ankles." And he's like, "I have broken ankles! Ah!
I got broken ankles!
He's coming for you!
I bet it was not like that, but the guy actually died, so that's not funny. And we're not going to joke about that. The 2 men in charge of adjusting the weights for the release of each trebuchet pole were on trial for manslaughter, but are eventually cleared of the charges due to lack of evidence. How was that possible? They were there for the trebuchet, and a man died. How? Like, Well, there's just not enough evidence, is there? I guess we're just going to have to chalk this one up to an oopsie daisy, ain't we? That's fucking England, dude. That's what British people sound like. 50 people had to use the trebuchet that year, leading to Yankov's death. The catapult was put out of use during the investigation and was not used again. Which also, I just want to say, that is the most British sounding ride ever. A fucking trebuchet, a literal medieval catapult, basically. We used to throw stones at big buildings with this thing, but instead, let's just do humans. Let's just do humans. That concludes our video, and I just want to say this. If you're thinking about going into a fun amusement park this spring or summer, maybe think about the ride you're on. Look at the ride. Look at the people standing in the ride. Do you want to be one of those people? Do you want to be one of these statistics? Because now after reading this, I swear to God, I'm like thinking about never going to an amusement park again. Maybe Disney, where it's the Star Wars area, that I can get blue milk, I can get a lightsaber, or I can go to Universal Studios and get a Harry Potter wand. I will say, too, don't spend your money on Universal Studios Hollywood. It sucks. I went to Mario Land in there, and that shit was ass. It always looks cool whenever people, like, I see people take, social media pictures of it. It looks great. It's not good. It is not good at all. But at least you won't die there. At least we don't hope. What if Bowser came and jumped on someone's head? Or what if Mario jumped on someone's head? Yeah, and just like shattered your spine. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was horrible. I'm sorry. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Okay. March the video have the creepy face with a circle around it.
The one that says 10 scary videos to creep you out?
Yeah, 10 scary videos.
Well, there's one that says 10 scary videos. The other one says 10 scary videos to creep you out.
That one. Watch that one
Okay.
first. And go to watch 10 scary videos to creep you out second.
I also have the scary stories with Call Me Chris opened as well after those two, obviously. Finally, she wanted to go for a fucking walk. So
I think I saw you face up like, thank you to get me a chance.
Dude, I was literally fucking sitting here dying laughing because of Papa Meat. I needed a fucking laugh before anything else because fucking today was just all sorts of fucked up. But like I also needed to get out of my fucking system, so he made me laugh pretty fucking hardcore a lot more than once earlier before you popped in. So, but fucking thank God she went out for her fucking walk now. Fucking, I couldn't sit here not only trying not to laugh, but also sitting here listening to her fucking iPad with where the fuck she was watching driving me fucking nuts.
Why is this to have and go to a different room or there's no sun?
I can't. This is a 1-floor fucking 1-bedroom apartment room. It's literally just this living room. Right over here is the fucking kitchen, which you can't see. There's the bathroom, there's her room, a closet, and her little diamond painting room. That's it. So I have fucking nowhere. Stuck on a couch that someone's supposed to be fucking taking, but he's like, nah, since it's being used, I won't take it yet. Okay. Fucking
quickly, play the damn video before she returns.
Alright, fuck off.
Well, I just want to hear your opinion. I watch half of it. I will tell you right now.
Okay, here's another thing, right? Because I was looking at the thumbnails at both of them. I wonder if the one with the fucking doll teddy bear thing. I wonder if I've seen that already, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Who knows? He probably knows other
Father says
videos
he's
make
busy
it look
working in his office one
like,
day
oh,
when
I
his
want to
son
see
came
this.
running in and
Like,
seemed
damn.
very upset. The boy claimed that, quote, a man was moving things in the other room. The dad follows the boy into the living room to find things scattered all across the floor. So he checks his security cam to see just what happened.
I was so pissed
What
the other
he
day.
finds
Mock
chills
three
him
top
to his
10
core.
videos. I was so bloody angry. Yes, this one, this one, this one, right here. It looked like someone's pulling a string.
That's what it looks like.
But wait for the kid come in. Look, that's the kid. He picks it up. Look, he pick it up.
It looks like he was getting.
Throw it. There's no string. There's no string.
I'm surprised you found this
Look,
one.
look, look, look.
I'm
Do it again.
looking.
And he pull it again. Look, it's the same thing for that one. And
It
someone
looks
puts
like he just got pushed or something. Yeah, that is definitely.
A small toy in a dog bed can be seen sliding across the living room floor all by themselves. The seemingly annoyed little boy rushes over to the objects and even starts picking up the dog bed and throwing it back to the floor in frustration.
But soon the kid pick that up. The bed, like cat bed or whatnot up. There's no string attached. Like you know what hell they're like, okay, I'm gonna let it go, let him throw and just grab the string and keep pulling it. No. But like I saw that, I'm like, oh my god. Like, but think of seeing the car like moving in a weird angle, it kind of make me think of kids, like little kids. Like there's had to be 3 of them, like 2 of them. One is what?
Hold up. I don't know if you noticed as I paused the video. What the fuck is that? Is that just a camera glitch or something, or am I actually seeing possibly?
I actually I pause him. Wait, now you say that, it looked like a head here, body here,
Yeah, like a
legs
fucking
here.
head here and maybe like a little body here or something. That looks like a fucking arm.
Are we just seeing things, or are we just
I don't know. That's what I'm fucking wondering.
click play?
The dog bed then aggressively slides back towards him, knocking him over. But luckily, the little boy lands right on the soft bed.
I don't know. He walks through
So,
it.
just what was the boy seeing when he told his dad that,
That might
quote,
be just
a man was moving
the...
things? Could some dark
Man,
presence be haunting their home? You decide. Glitches in the Matrix. TikTok user
Okay,
Eddie is
this
parked in
one
front of a
is not
Boston
haunted
pizza
thing,
restaurant.
Huh?
This one is not a haunted thing, but is this someone sees something, can't unsee it. Just play. Click play.
You know what I can't unsee is my mother this morning fucking almost hit a person on my side of the street while they were on their little electric scooter. Scared the shit out of her. I almost had a fucking heart attack myself. Cause like it's weird, right? Because she'll be fine when she gets up, get ready to go, starts driving to work, right? Well, it's like when she's squinting her eyes, it makes her sleepy. So she's like partially falling asleep at the fucking wheel just because she's squinting her eyes. I don't I'm trying to figure that out she's not understanding as to why it's happening. I don't either. But it happened all the fucking time.
In Fresno, California, when he spots
Hell, we
something
almost hit a
very
fucking
weird.
van, too.
Okay, where is this car
Yeah.
that's reflecting
This morning.
on this Boston Pizza window? It's a Corvette C8. I seriously don't see that car anywhere. Where's that car? What? Where is that car? Hello, where's that car? Where's this car?
In the reflection of the restaurant's window, Eddie sees an orange Corvette C8. But when he looks around the parking lot, it's not there. In disbelief, Eddie posts this video to TikTok, wondering if he might have caught a, quote, glitch in the Matrix. The bizarre footage goes viral, receiving over 2.8 million views. In the comments, viewers repeatedly ask Eddie to go back and film the location one more time.
Okay, we are back at the same parking lot because one of the many comments you guys were saying is go walk up to it. The car is either inside of the pizza parlor or it's a wrap on the window. I don't know. Let's check it out. So I'm walking to it right now. If you look at it actually from this point of view, the reflections look kind of accurate.
See, I believe
there's a
windows and
place, there's a white car reflecting, that's right here.
Like some a different world. Some
I know,
different
there's
plane
like no
of
car
existence. I think you probably saw something like that.
This time the shop window accurately reflects what's right in front of it. The orange Corvette is no longer there. Cut to another video of a supposed, quote, glitch in the Matrix. Late one night in Nashville, Tennessee, a woman's friends tell her to quickly grab her camera and hurry outside to check out some very bizarre activity going on in the night sky.
What was that?
I wasn't pulled
You
last
guys. I got that. I got that.
The group of friends watch in shock as the moon seems to change colors from green to red, and then suddenly seems to just discharge some kind of electricity. Spectators to the shocking event believe that they witnessed everything from a possible government cover-up, aliens, and of course, maybe even a glitch in the
I believe
Matrix.
that was a
But whether it's a glitch, aliens, or maybe
like
just a
something being
really good
opened up
fake,
over
I leave that up to you to decide.
there. But the good question
Followed
come out
home.
of it.
Back in 2015, Candace Gardner and her husband attended a Halloween party at an abandoned and allegedly haunted prison with a dark history. It was a huge mistake. Candace says that the entire night at the party, she felt like something was watching her. And ever since that night, strange things have been happening in Candace's home. She now believes that a malicious entity might have followed her home from the old prison. A dark spirit that intends to harm her and her family. Soon after the prison trip, Candace begins to experience unexplained activity in her home. Lights flicker on and off at night while Candace and her husband sleep. Doors in the house open and close on their own. But scariest of all, the spirit begins to aggressively throw objects at Candace.
Yeah, this one. I believe it was a poltergeist. A piss off poltergeist.
And these frightening incidents continue to escalate as it seems that the entity wants to seriously hurt Candace.
Sweet. I picked one good one, did I?
While Candace is sleeping, she starts to wake up to painful, violent attacks, as if some unseen force is roughly grabbing or pulling at her. And she says she caught proof. So late one night, Candace and her husband fall asleep while watching TV on the couch.
Right here,
As the couple sleeps, a CCTV camera in the room captures something absolutely horrifying.
Of everything on video I saw. This is the part that can freak you out. Yeah. You see that quickly. It grabbed her foot and lifted it up. And it doing certain way. Gave her pain.
Help me! Help me! Something grabbed my leg! Billy! Ah! God!
Candace's leg appears to get grabbed and twisted painfully into the air by an invisible force. She wakes up in a panic and screams for her husband to help her, but all he can do is grab her leg and pull it back. Eventually, he manages to free Candace's legs from whatever is pulling on it. But poor Candace is left sobbing in pain and fear. Now, I have to say that after watching this footage and hearing Candace's desperate pleas for help, this video is very compelling. But do you believe that a dark entity followed Candace home from the prison and is now violently haunting her home? Let me know what you think. As for Candace, she says that her family still experiences terrifying paranormal events to this day. We need scary videos, so if you've seen one or you have one, send it our way at nukestop5@gmail.com. Hell or high water. Back in August 2021, an unexpected flash flood swept through downtown Omaha, Nebraska. At around 10 p.m., Tony Liu and his two friends are relaxing in his apartment and watching the weather reports about the flood. They decide to take the elevator down to have a look at the flooded city streets for themselves. It was a very bad idea.
Let me see your best moose impression. Swimming in the water. Okay, can you please just hurry? Okay, thank you. Shoot. Hold on.
Tony and his friends didn't realize, but the lower levels of the apartment building were completely flooded with disgusting sewer water. As the elevator reaches the lobby, water pours inside, causing the elevator to malfunction and trap them inside with the rising water.
Once it got towards kind of my neck, chest, that's when I kind of, I could possibly die in here.
The water continues to flood in, filling the elevator to the point that the three friends can barely keep their head above water. Tony is panicked and makes an emergency phone call to his roommate, Dalen Stapp, and the roommate hurries downstairs to try to help his trapped friends.
I told them, hey, I'm gonna die in here if you guys don't come and try to do something.
We went down into about shoulder deep water and just tried pulling it apart with everything we could. We had to get them out or it could have been fatal.
Tony's roommate Dalen finally manages to pry open the flooded elevator doors to free his friends from what could have been their watery grave. Luckily, they all escape and swim to safety without so much as a scratch. Not surprisingly, Tony Liu says that this was the scariest thing that has ever happened to him.
How scary was this? Honestly, I would say this is number one, the most scariest thing in my life. Yep. Hands down.
Okay, can you please just hurry? Okay, thank you. Shoot.
Watson. The Rainbow Fountain and Grill in Carrollton, Texas was built back in 1924, and before it became the popular local soda shop that it is today, it was home to a pharmacy and a medical office. One of the doctors who frequently worked out of the building was Dr. Robert Blackburn, who was famously known for bringing his cute little dog Watson along with him everywhere, even to patients' houses. It is said that Dr. Blackburn's loyal little dog Watson still haunts the building to this day. Over the years, workers and customers at the cafe claim to have had strange, unexplained experiences with the ghost of Watson the dog, saying that they could actually feel the spirit of the little dog jump right up on their legs. Since the restaurant added security cameras, they have started to capture some of these strange encounters on video. Take a look.
There's the dog. There's the dog. Right here.
CCTV footage shows employees and visitors getting nipped at the ankles or even scratched by something that they can't see. Now, with so many people experiencing the exact same phenomena, and with all of it caught on camera, it makes you wonder whether the spirit of little Watson the dog is still hanging around the old soda shop, scaring the patrons, but perhaps only trying to find new friends to play with. In a flash,
Man, it makes some clear food. That bitch so good. You want that? That's so hey. Hey, man, what you do?
sometimes a very silly moment turns scary in an instant. Two guys are just goofing around, but then, like a bolt out of the blue, fun time is over.
I'm gonna do some pranks on people, boy. Pick it up.
A sudden, very close lightning strike rips through the clouds and scares the living out of them, sending them running inside in terror.
Pick it up.
He didn't see it. Axel Oza frequently explores caves and tunnels in the woods of Colomos, Mexico. After finding what seems like evidence of witchcraft in one of those caves, Axel believes that some dark entity attached itself to him and now follows him wherever he goes. One day, in the strangest place, a public restroom, Axel starts to hear bizarre sounds. He takes out his phone and hits record, and what happens next is like something right out of a nightmare.
No, te quiero que vean. Estoy ahorita en el baño de la universidad. Lo peor ahorita es que acabo de terminar de hacer el baño. Pues estaba todo normal. Pero ahorita están ruidos raros y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado, pues aquí no hay nada. Vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Aquí justo. Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, voy. ¿Escucharon?
I would say, if I think about it, it's how to be a witch familiar.
¿Escucharon?
A spirit pet for a witch. Oh, Jesus Christ. The chilies
No hay nada.
Now.
Axel hears a strange slamming sound from one of the bathroom stalls, even though he knows there's no one else in the restroom. But did you see it? A face can be seen peeking through the small crack in the bathroom stall door. But when Axel looks over the top, there's no one there. Axel is completely unaware of the disturbing face he just captured. In fact, he doesn't even notice until he posts this video online. Then the comments come flooding in. People tell Axel,
bird eyes,
hey, there was a face looking out. But Axel says he didn't see it. Hello, doggy. It's a little before 6 in the morning when a Reddit user's dog who's home alone experiences something very creepy.
And there was a ghost.
The camera captures the sound of an unexplained voice whispering, "Hello," which seems to send the dog right into a panic.
It would be extremely scary. Like, hello.
The owner says that absolutely no one other than the dog was home at the time of this recording. He also says that he's never experienced anything like this in his house, and he wonders if he captured something paranormal. But what do you think this voice is?
Could be a demon just saying hello to a dog.
Mirror, mirror. The guy named Edgar Virgen from Colima, Mexico says that his 4-year-old niece was given a very strange old toy. A pink mirror that lights up, plays music, and features a pre-recorded voice that says cute little phrases. Nothing too odd there. But over the next few weeks, Edgar starts to notice his niece talking to the mirror daily, and some of the toy's responses are eerily intelligent, almost as if it can hear and respond to the little girl. Edgar and the girl's mom decide to ask some questions themselves. What happens next is truly disturbing.
Hola, bienvenido al Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Yo soy Jessie, la princesa más bella del Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico. ¡Qué tierna eres! Nosotras seremos mejores amigas. ¿Tu personaje favorito? Si papá pregunta, mi favorito es mi papi. Si mamá pregunta, yo responderé que la que más me gusta es mi mami. Y si tú me preguntas, te diré que el que más me gusta eres tú. Soy una niña muy inteligente.
The mirror says that its name is Jessie, and it gives oddly specific answers to the mother's questions. Well, Edgar and the girl's mom are a little freaked out. They remove the batteries from the toy and store it in the barn behind the house. Years pass, and the family forgets all about the toy, until they start to hear a strange little voice coming from the barn in the middle of the night. Edgar says that the voice sounded just like the mirror toy and was saying things like, "Come play with me," followed by a sinister little giggle. He posted his video and story to TikTok.
Hell no,
Things got even weirder, because you see, some viewers commented that they had the exact same mirror toy, but they said that their mirror didn't talk at all. Viewers urged Edgar to make one more video with the strange toy. He's reluctant, but eventually he searches out the mirror in the family's barn, and this happens.
Para los que me estuvieron pidiendo que buscara el espejo y le pusiera baterías, aquí está. Solo pude encontrar estas piezas y pues sí, le puse unas baterías que tenía aquí en la casa. Como ven, son nuevas. La neta no creo que prenda, pero bueno, vamos a calarle. Miedo.
Hola, bienvenido al Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico.
Hola.
Hola, encantado de conocerte.
Gracias, a mí igual. Me da gusto.
Eres muy divertido. ¿Tienes una fiesta?
No, no tengo fiesta. ¿Tú tienes?
No sé. Cuando me levanté, te vi a ti.
Edgar says that at this point, he's just done with the mirror. He says he threw it out with the trash. So could a paranormal entity be attached to this toy? Let me know what you think. Monkeying around. An antique collector says he stores all of his collectibles in a local storage unit. But lately, things have gotten a little strange. He says that he started to get odd complaints from the staff at the storage facility. They said that they heard bizarre loud noises coming from inside his storage unit at all hours of the day and night. The antique collector is very confused at what the noises could be and sets up a security camera inside the unit to see what could be going on. When he reviews the footage the next day, he is shocked.
Yeah, that doll gonna stand up. No. Yeah.
An old antique monkey doll that he recently purchased inexplicably sits up and just moves around on its own. Then it drops right back down, motionless. After witnessing this creepy incident, the antique collector says that he believes that the old doll might be cursed or have a paranormal entity attached to it.
Do you know what that doll looked like?
So is this footage real, or is
It
it
looked
all
like the
just
Green
an elaborate
Lantern
hoax?
from the Christmas.
As always,
Christmas movie.
you decide.
Live action.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss a video, and maybe even visit me over on social media at Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and even on the Reddit. And you can even add a creative post of your own, like this guy.
To wash the baby's hair.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ من الشيطان الرجيم. Sister, something inside your baby.
Hopefully, I will see you back here next time.
Click 10 scary videos right here. Click down right there. Click.
The newest addition to my collection. Just bought it from the antique store.
Doll collector Linda Deary from Murfreesboro, Tennessee was browsing Facebook Marketplace one day when she saw an ad placed by a woman who was giving away 4 antique dolls for free. Linda drove to the woman's house and picked up the dolls. When she got back home, she posed the dolls on her bed and began taking pictures. But then something very odd happened. The dolls seemed to move right before her eyes. Linda grabbed her phone and started filming.
Hello?
Soon after this, Linda and her partner began to experience strange and unexplained activity. Personal items around their house would go missing, and objects seemed to move on their own or get knocked off shelves. One day, Linda gets a bad haircut from a local hairdresser, so she decides to make a video showing off her terrible new hairdo. But what happens next is truly bizarre.
Hi. A lot of people want to see what my hair looks like. So I'm going to see the sides. Like my bangs, I've had to like fix my bangs myself. But this is what it looks like if I don't straighten pieces of it. And like, it's just a whole mess.
The camera gonna fall.
Dang it. That scared me. Okay.
He's gonna do something
what the
creepy.
was
Keep
that?
an eye on the screen.
Did you see that? Like it read, oh no.
Hello?
Absolutely not. No.
At first, Linda believes that all the frightening activity in her house is likely caused by the playful ghost of a little girl who might be attached to her new dolls. She even finds the whole idea kind of funny and jokes about it online. One day, Linda sets up a silly video for her social media where she puts a Chucky doll inside a cupboard, waiting for it to fall out. But this is when things start to take a terrifying turn.
Because it better be a mess. Let's see.
It's Chucky.
That was Chucky.
Look at the hair. Look at the hair. Focus in on the hair.
What the
Someone is petting Chucky head.
Okay, I didn't plan this one. Chucky's just supposed to pop out, but his hair is moving. Holy shit. What the hell? Okay, I really do. Oh no, move that. Oh my God.
What happened?
Okay. Okay, joke's over. Joke's over.
The video goes very wrong as the doll's hair begins to move for no reason. And then Chucky's head seems to suddenly spin around all on its own. And things just get even weirder from here. One night, Linda and her partner are asleep in bed when they are woken up by the sound of loud banging from their front room. The bangs are so loud and intense that the couple believes that someone is trying to break into their house. They immediately call the police. So, officers arrive on scene and review footage recorded by the couple's front door Ring camera.
This is our house.
Let's look at it before bed. Yeah, dude. Something's in her fucking window right now, bro.
Stop being hyper, please. It's scaring me.
Ready? Yeah. Something's in her fucking window.
Yeah.
As the motion-triggered video starts, it looks like someone or something has pulled the couple's front curtain open. But even creepier, whoever this person is, they appear to be inside the house. Then whoever it is seems to slam the curtain closed again with a bang. Linda swears that she and her partner stayed inside the bedroom and didn't move until police arrived. The officers checked the house inside and out, but there was no one else there. So now, Linda has had enough of the creepy dolls. Recently, she attempted to get rid of the dolls at a yard sale. But in a darkly funny twist, Linda says that someone actually stole 3 of the 4 dolls from her yard sale.
To the thief that stole these dolls out of the yard sale at 3 o'clock this morning, you're going to regret it. They're haunted. Had you waited till sunlight, you would have seen the sign that was under them that said, haunted dolls. If you have children, please don't buy.
So, good luck to whoever took those dolls, because it seems like they're gonna need it. Hello, doggy. Reddit user Love is Evil from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee is driving to work at around 6 in the morning. He receives a text message from his frantic wife, who asks him to check their surveillance camera footage on his phone. When he watches the video back, it chills him to his core.
You can skip this video. It doesn't matter.
An unexplained spooky little voice can be heard whispering, "Hello," and the family dog just goes nuts. The Reddit user says that other than his wife and dog, no one else was home at the time of the recording. He says that they have never experienced anything like this, and they don't know what to make of the creepy little voice. So did the couple's dog get scared by a paranormal entity? Or just what is that creepy little voice? Old school. Cathedral High School in Los Angeles, California was built over what was once a cemetery. The school even honors its dark history by featuring real pieces of old recovered headstones on its walls inside the school. So, late one Friday night, a janitor is working the night shift at Cathedral High School when something happens that makes his blood run cold.
All right, I usually don't record while I'm on the job, but this is freaking me out. It's sort of unreal. I'm here at work. I'm here in the janitor's closet. Yeah, let me just show you guys.
There's gonna be a balloon. FY.
All right.
You know the Whippet
Just
Angels
to,
from Doctor
I don't
Who?
know, let you guys know this school was built on a cemetery.
Is this like this?
I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe them until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And
Silver, watch.
Do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just see that right there.
This balloon gotta follow him all around the place.
Just ooh, okay.
Meet the Whippet Angel of Balloon.
See, no.
And it's funny. There's no weight on this balloon. It's floating by itself. And now look at the back of the door.
Ooh. No, I can't.
The janitor is completely alone when a red balloon inside one of the classrooms seems to start moving on its own and follows him out into the hallway. Suddenly, he spots a dark shadow quickly darting past a window on the other end of the school. Now, previous janitors at the school claim to have witnessed multiple incidents of paranormal activity. So when the custodian captures this spooky evidence, he shows it to the building's security guard.
You see how
it's falling out the classroom too?
Look at the back though. Look at the class with the light.
What the
I'm not crazy. You saw that, right?
Nah, bro. Nah, man.
How long you been working security here, man? How long you been working security?
I've been here a few months, but bro, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
As you can see, even the security guard is a bit freaked. So did the janitor have an encounter with the spirits who are buried in the ground below the school? Let me know what you think. We need scary videos. So if you see a scary video that you think would be great on the top 5, email us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Watcher at the window. A man is up late one night when he hears strange sounds coming from his home office. He grabs his phone, and what he records is truly shocking. Now, the guy was freaked out as whatever is outside the window seems to disappear when the lights are turned on. But look closer. Just outside the window, we can see that there is still a strange pair of glowing eyes staring back at the man inside. Now, online viewers said that this video could easily be explained as a person or an animal standing just outside the window. So, to prove them wrong, the man films the office window again.
Oh, hell no. There's nowhere to go.
Turns out the office is actually 2 stories up, with no way for anything to climb up or sit outside the window. So who or what is this? You decide. The Crossing. Somewhere in the Middle East, a guy is riding his motorcycle down a lonely mountain road in the middle of nowhere. He encounters something that he just can't explain. Some small thing seems to walk across the road right in front of him. Now, that's not so weird, but whatever this is, it seems to be walking on two legs, and then it seems to raise itself up and jumps right over the roadside guardrail. The motorcycle rider is shocked. He rechecks his video footage when he gets home, but he has no idea what he encountered on that isolated mountain road. Disturbing results. YouTuber Tyler Blanchard is very much a skeptic when it comes to ghosts and the paranormal. Tyler believes that the reason ghost hunters usually find so-called paranormal evidence at haunted places is simply coincidence, coupled with the fact that they expect to experience paranormal activity.
Are ghosts real or just scared people imagining things?
So Tyler cooks up a very interesting experiment. He invites his friends to go on a ghost hunt. However, he splits them into two groups. One group, including Tyler, goes to a house that many paranormal investigators claim to be extremely haunted, the Brackenford Manor in Lake Arrowhead, California. But the second group, they are just sent to a randomly chosen Airbnb.
This house has never had a reported death in it. No guests have ever recorded any paranormal activity. It's just a normal house.
Now, this house is not haunted in any way. However, the second group is told a fake ghost story about how this typical random Airbnb house is extremely haunted and was the site of some grisly and terrible events, none of which is true.
So in the 70s, there was a family that lived in this house. A burglar basically broke in and the family, and it's rumored that they still are here.
Oh man, not this ghost stuff, man.
I know this household.
The experiment begins, and the ghost hunt starts at the real haunted house,
I know
the
this
Brackenfern Manor.
so well.
Now, Tyler isn't expecting anything to happen or to find any kind of paranormal activity. So when he and his group start investigating, they're mostly cracking jokes and playing pranks.
He's asleep. Tyler, I know you guys are hiding somewhere.
He's talking to himself to try to keep himself from getting really scared.
Funny prank. Let's end it now, am I right? Please.
That's
the noise over here.
Ever goes in. Okay, I love Santa movie, but this guy's the worst.
Boy! For the love of God. I'm alive. For a good bit, I was scared.
But things are about to get a bit more serious and a bit spookier. The guys head to the house's cellar and use a twist flashlight and an ultrasound motion sensor music box that plays a tune whenever it detects movement.
Now it's calibrated. Everything that happens from this point is something going in front of it.
If you're here, can you make the music box start? Okay. That's fine. Ring the music box if it's okay if we can sit down.
Thank you. Let's sit down right now. Let's go.
That is phenomenal.
Honestly, this seemed so unexplainable, but not as unexplainable as the not haunted house.
Is anybody here with us?
All right, literally nothing was happening there. This is weird. If you are here, would you mind turning on one of the flashlights? Or the motion sensor, whichever you prefer. You prefer the motion sensor? Oh, both, I guess.
Candlelight, that's crazy.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen unless there's something fun. Wow. And even after repositioning, it still went off. Well, thank you very much for having us. We're gonna go upstairs to this beautiful home. Please stay here. It's been awesome hanging out with you. But we're gonna pack up our things and go. Thank you for this experience. I wonder if the equipment is also going on off at the other house, or if it's just going off here. Because if it's just going off here, that is pretty sus.
Real, right? Like that's crazy. I mean, that box hasn't worked at all, ever.
until we get here.
We calibrated it 3 times and then it worked every time.
There's some presence moving in front of that machine.
Now, Tyler gave both groups the exact same type of flashlight and motion-activated music box, but only the ones at the haunted Brackenfern Manor are activating. The instruments at the haunted house actually seem to respond to their questions, while over at the Airbnb, the same instruments don't do anything. And the night just gets weirder.
I walk past this door right here,
and
there's something closed in there. Which one?
Those are the guest household.
What?
Oh. Wait, that could have been something, right? That could have been the air, the wind.
No, grab those window frames.
Bingo, baby.
Someone tried to grab it.
All right, well, that's kind of all I needed.
A window in one of the rooms moves by itself, and the music box activates as if someone is moving by that window.
So I imagine
So, in a final attempt to disprove the creepy results from the music box, they try one more test.
We're up doing some late night research.
Leave it silent for exactly 10 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
I'm just used to that someone just saying that, like, to move the hands in front of it, up and down.
Oh, you got tears in your eyes.
Move the hand thing.
It's a beautiful moment, bro. I believe in ghosts. That is beautiful.
They test the music box, they recalibrate it over and over, and they even change its location. But it still activates again and again, almost as if something in the house is eager to communicate with them. What makes it even creepier is that the group in the fake haunted Airbnb gets no response all night, and they don't really experience anything unexplainable. So did Tyler's attempt to prove that ghosts don't exist actually prove that they do? Well, you decide. You can watch this full scary experiment over on the YouTube channel, Tyler Blanchard. Fairy or Flying Nightmare. It's early in the morning, right before sunrise, when Lisa Nathan from Essex, England opens the back door to let out the family dog. But something happens that sends Lisa running right back inside. A weird pale something can be seen flying around Lisa before she freaks out and slaps it away.
It's a fairy.
After reviewing the footage, Lisa believes she might have caught evidence of a fairy. Now, I'm certainly not saying that whatever this is a
There's
fairy.
no in hell I can guess that. No, I'm done. I'm not gonna do no spooky channel no more. I'm done. I'm too good at this shit. No, simplify me at this moment. I want to give you my resume of leaving the channel. I'm done. I cannot believe I guessed that on the spot. I cannot believe I said that right out of my mind. There's no in hell. I'm done. Click it.
But it definitely looks very odd, and no one seems to really know what this thing is. So if you have any idea on what this weird little flying thing is, let me know down in the comments. The woman in white. It's 3 o'clock at night when truck driver Kim McGill is headed down the interstate in Markham, Illinois, when something happens that is any driver's worst nightmare.
I feel like I can
meet up with him and see if she can get him to confess. And it's a tough decision, I'm sure, but Amy ultimately agrees. She wears the white.
Did you see it? A woman wearing a long white dress can be seen crossing the highway dangerously close to the cars and trucks zooming right by her, almost as if she just doesn't care.
I thought it was really, really weird. It creeped me out. I had goosebumps for like an hour straight on my arms. It was really creepy. It was scary.
Now, whatever this mysterious highway figure is, it has Ken seriously freaked out. And the next day, the story gets much, much darker. Because you see, the next night at the exact same spot, around the exact same time, a vehicle swerves and has a tragic accident on the interstate, ending 2 lives.
But again, we're still keeping a close eye on this crash on I-57. What's the latest?
Indeed. Unfortunately, I have sad news to report about this crash here, Laura. Sorry to change gears on such a beautiful and pleasant morning here. It's anything but on the lanes down there. This terrible, violent crash happened before 2 a.m. this morning. State police now reporting 2 people have passed in this incident here on northbound I-57 near 147, just outside of Posen and Dixmoor.
The drivers and passengers in the crash claimed that they saw a mysterious woman in a white dress walking on the road. They say they swerved to miss her, and that caused the accident.
I had another driver reach out to me after I posted it on Facebook that he was going through there about 20 minutes before I did with another driver right behind him, and they seen the same thing as I did. Today, at the same time as we went through there was a car accident, multiple cars. 2 people ended up dying. 2 people went to the hospital. Well, the 2 people that went to the hospital gave a statement that they seen a white figure in the road, and that's why the one car swerved into the other car.
Weirdly, despite these eyewitness reports, cameras posted along the highway show no one walking in the road at that time. So did King capture an entity on his dash cam that caused a terrible car accident? You decide. Abandoned? Over 13 years ago, YouTube urban explorers Smash TV Canada set out one night to explore the abandoned old McCormick factory in London, Ontario, Canada. Now the group is aware that the property is often inspected by security, so when they hear strange sounds from somewhere in the building, they immediately suspect that it could be security and they turn off their flashlights to avoid getting caught. But what happens next is downright chilling.
Can I turn mine off then? Somebody's here. Somebody is here. Who's there? Hello? Hello? Watch the metal. Hello? Hello? Who's there? Anybody there? Let's get out of this door as fast as possible, please. Please. Very fast. What's making that noise?
Did you see it? Someone or something can be seen walking into a room at the end of the hall, but the group doesn't see anything. After hearing bizarre noises throughout the building, the group eventually leaves to go home. They post their video to YouTube, and many of their viewers immediately point out the eerie figure hiding in the darkness. But Jason and Chris say that they have no idea who or what this could be, and they say that the room to the left that the person can be seen walking into was just a dead end. So, who or what is this?
That is the video today.